Hey guys, this is Willie from XRP and Beyond, and this is part 2 of my 35 reasons why I hold XRP. And I left off at number 11 here, which is store of value. And so XRP is a store of value. um, so is a lot of things. I mean, it's really about how you treat it. Because even a stock could be a store of value, right? It's just up to the person on how they're investing and stuff. Um, and this is one of those things that Bitcoin has, right? These people say that it has a store of value, but Bitcoin has like nothing else going for it, right? And so the reason why I liked having it on here as a reason is because not only does XRP have that same store of value, Bitcoin alone has hit $1 trillion in market cap, right? And so with that reason alone, just by being a store of value, and so having a better Bitcoin, at least in my opinion, and that being XRP, to me it seems like it would be even bigger than Bitcoin, right? Because it not only has utility, but it has store of value added on top of it. So it's, just multiple things here. But yeah, let's move on to number 12 here. And that will be, let's see, so what I wrote, network of projects built on XRP. Okay, so yeah, so it's just kind of like the thing that I was saying in the previous video. How there could be like 2,000 companies. You could make up whatever number you want because it could be any number of companies that decide to join or build or whatever, right? Well, there's already things built on XRP and already being used for things. There's not much data to look at those things, at least not from what I've seen. But you can look at stuff like what was happening through the SEC versus Ripple case, right? There were other participants that decided to join after John Deaton and the XRP holders joined the lawsuit, and those other companies were basically saying, hey, like we use XRP, but this has nothing to do with Ripple, this basically just proving that XRP was not a security and stuff. But I'm not going to go into all that because that doesn't matter. It's just a thing of the past now. But yeah, there's a whole network of projects that are built on XRP, and that just drives further demand because, people are using it, and it requires XRP. So that's that one. Number 13. So there will be, in my opinion, an inevitable XRP ETF. Even Ethereum ETF, right? Regardless of if they pass this cycle, I think one day, regardless of what happens this cycle, it will pass, right? It will go through the same process that Bitcoin went through, probably. I'm not super optimistic about it passing this cycle, just specifically because the SEC kind of has it out for us, specifically in the XRP community. Yeah, I just don't see how they would just have a 180 just out of nowhere. But regardless of that, right? Like, we won't have Gary Gensler forever. Eventually, we will get a new commissioner, and that'll be the end of that era. Hopefully, that comes sooner than later. But yeah, and if you've seen what's happening with Bitcoin, Um, there's, tons of volume coming from the ETFs, and this is just going to be a thing that's more long term of a good thing. But in the short term, it could also kind of be good, imagine if something like XRP got this, right? It's already, there's not much money in it. It wouldn't take much to double it or triple it. And so, again, this is why I find it to be a good opportunity. Let's see. All right, so let's talk about number 14 here, the DEX. So this will be about the decentralized exchange that is built on XRP, that's native to the XRP ledger. Basically, you can just exchange an asset, and this would go really well with the automated market makers, by the way, because you could issue assets and even token. It gets really complicated. This is why I didn't want to go too in depth in this video. I just wanted to kind of give you the reasons, kind of TLDR form, and then just if you wanted to look into specific things a little bit more, then you could just do that yourself, But yeah, it's a decentralized exchange. Yeah, but I don't really know what else to say on this because it is really complicated, but there's certain advantages to this, right, over using a centralized exchange. So I would recommend looking into those pros and cons and whatnot, if you were interested. All right, so number 15 here, XRP continues to get adopted, okay? So regardless of what anyone else says in Twitter or YouTube comments, whatever, you can look at the facts. And you know what? I'm just going to include number 16 here also, that it has always been in the top 10, because this just the point I'm about to make is these two reasons just kind of go together. And so XRP has always been at the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. And that's a very big deal because we've seen things come and go in the top 10, right? And only 3 of them have ever stayed up there and been there the whole time in the top 10. And that's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Nothing else in the top 10 has stayed up there, right? Dogecoin has fallen out. Solana has gone up there and fallen out before. I don't know what the future is going to look like. XRP can even fall out of the top 10, and I still wouldn't really be scared, at least not on that metric alone. But, XRP hasn't fallen out of the top 10, right? So I always see that as a good thing, because if you just think about the entire crypto market cap moving up, that basically means, everything in the top 10 should also be moving up because it's a part of the market, right? Why else would it be in the top 10 if nobody else cared about it? Yeah, I think I should move on to 17 here. I'm really not trying to make this too long. So Ripple has significant partnerships, and I know this is just one company, but Ripple is just, they're the most well-known in the XRP community, right? So you gotta have to talk about them because they are a behemoth. Wow, the amount of partnerships that they have, and you just gotta think that those partnerships probably have other partnerships on top of those partnerships, right? So you can kind of get the idea that this ecosystem is already built out. It's already happening. At least that's the way I see it. And of course, I believe that there will be more in the future. There has been, every time that I am recording this video or, continuing to record, it's already outdated because something else has already happened in the market. And so I'm just trying to get these reasons out as fast as possible just so that I can, catch you guys all up to where I'm at least specifically on XRP. And then after that, I could just do my daily videos or however often I decide. And just, catch you guys up from there so that I could just, because I'm always in the market. I've been following this stuff since 2017. I haven't left a day. I mean, this stuff has just captured my eye so much. All right. I'm kind of getting out of hand here. So, number 18. Traceable transactions. So, this is something that you're gonna want. That way you can actually find your transactions. I mean, imagine if someone stole some XRP or something, right? You want to see where that went. Imagine if you couldn't. That would be very scary, right? Imagine if you were an institution and you couldn't find your money. Or there's another problem too with cross-border payments. There's a chance, at least in the traditional way, that you're not going to find your money, that they're just going to lose it somehow. So if you're trying to send money from the US to Mexico, there is a chance that that money doesn't get to Mexico. And that's a problem. I mean, in XRP, that isn't really a problem because every transaction is recorded. And you can see that on the ledger. Number 19 here. So XRP solves a multi-trillion-dollar problem. And this is with just cross-border payments alone. That's a multi-trillion-dollar problem. And that's what Ripple's trying to solve, right? And that's just one company. So look at all the progress that Ripple has made. Just one company. Again, this thing is going to be huge, in my opinion. I mean, just imagine several companies, even another behemoth. You could even have someone who is running against Ripple who uses XRP. You could compete with Ripple. There actually is already someone who's doing that. They're called Spend the Bits. If you want to look more into what they're doing, you can do that. I'm not going to explain too much on that, but there you go.